There's Nagel guides as well, and I just cannot knot anything. Oh, well done, Mr. B, yes! Good morning, welcome back to my allotment diaries. My name is Emma, these are my allotment diaries. I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. It only takes 2 seconds just to go below and click the subscribe button. It makes a huge difference to my channel, and I'd really appreciate it if you took the time just to do that. Super quick, I'll wait. And thank you if you already have. Welcome back to my allotment plot. How many times did I just say welcome? It is a sticky day today. It's hot, but it's also quite cloudy, so it's quite a good day kind of for gardening because you haven't got that burning heat of the sun. So let's take a look at what's growing. The plot is definitely looking lush and growing and just amazing. To be honest, this time last year it didn't look anything like this, so this is truly amazing, especially this middle section here. Everything is just growing really well. No. So some of you have been asking me for another Readly discount code, and I'm always happy to oblige. If you haven't heard of Readly, it's a subscription magazine app. So it has over 600 magazines to look at and to choose from. You can download your favourite magazines so you can read them when you're offline. It saves massively on wastage because you don't have to buy all the paper versions of the magazines and go flicking through them all. You can favourite your magazines as well, which is one of my favourite features, so I don't miss out when there's a new edition. It also notifies you when there are new editions of your favourite magazines as well. You'll never miss one. So I always use gardening magazines as massive inspiration and motivation actually for my allotment plot. And one of the articles that I found a couple of months ago was talking all about sowing sweet corn directly into the ground, which is something I've never tried before. So I've always struggled a little bit with sweet corn because I feel like it needs very particular things to actually get growing, and whenever I've grown it at home in pots or even in modules, it's always just ended up dying before I've had time to transplant it. So this article was saying you can just directly put the seeds into the ground and let them grow. Well, I am happy to come back a few months later and report that I got full germination on every single one of the seeds that I directly planted into the ground. This one in particular is doing amazing, but all of them have all come up and they're just doing fantastic. So I'm now interested in how to keep this stuff alive and how to make sure it's as strong as possible so it actually gives me some sweet corn this year. A lot of the articles in the magazines this month are talking all about the sweet corn shake, which is basically what happens is when your sweet corn gets quite big, it gets these little like hairs on the top, like tufts I think they call them, and what you do is you give your whole plant a shake like that. And what it does is all the pollen comes down and it basically pollinates the whole plant for you, which makes it more likely that you're going to get successful sweet corn growing. I'm not quite there yet with my sweet corn, so I was having another little peruse and I've seen a lot of things about feeding. Now I didn't actually know that sweet corn benefits from a nitrogen feed, so that's exactly what we're going to give it. So I was reading a fantastic article in Grow Your Own magazine on the Readly app, and it was basically simplifying the whole process of feeding your plants, because I think it can be a process that can feel quite overcomplicated. So one of the things I really took away from it was the fact that you should use as much organic feed as possible, because obviously putting anything that's organic and like instead of man-made onto your raised beds or onto your crops is going to be better for them in the long run. So luckily I have made some stinging nettle feed, which is very high in nitrogen, and that's exactly what sweet corn needs. So I've got about 2 gallons of water in here, and I'm just going to dilute my feed, my stinging nettle feed, down into there. Oh, can you see the colour of that? They're looking really good, but I did notice that I have run out of stinging nettle feed, so I'm going to make some more now. I have a spare watering can that I like to make my my homemade feeds in, because then I can just pour it and dilute it straight into a bigger watering can and use it straight away. Now you can also use comfrey. I actually don't grow comfrey, and I have all these lovely stinging nettles growing around my plot, so I just try to use what I've actually got already growing, utilise as much as I can. Ouch! You have to be quite, ouch, careful. They are stinging nettles and they are quite painful. Is we'll fill this up with water. And then we will cover it like that. And there you have it, a homemade nitrogen rich feed for your plants. So that's going to sit there for about 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, and then it'll be ready to dilute down and use on any plants that need nitrogen. So anything that needs good leafy growth, pumpkins, sweet corn, and that's it, it's that easy. So this month as well, the month of July, in Kitchen Garden magazine, I also have an article out which is talking all about allotment gardening hacks. So I tried out 10 of the most popular allotment gardening hacks, and I've actually put them to the test and see if they work, if they don't work, and given my verdict at the end. It's a really fun piece that you can look through. It might give you some advice, it might give you some hacks, and it might give you some things to avoid. I had a lot of fun trying them out, and I hope that you really enjoy the article if you do get to read it. It is available on the Readly app, as are over 600 other categories of magazines. I have a discount code, you can find that below in my description box. So I hope that's useful to you, and I hope that you enjoy the Readly app if you do download it. Let me know if you do, let me know in the comments what you think of the Readly app. I'm really enjoying mine, so I'd love to hear your thoughts. So my discount code for Readly in the description box below will give you 2 months free, and you can cancel at any time. So the Polytunnel's not doing as well as it was last year. This time last year I think it was pretty much heaving with tomato plants. This year not so much. I think just all my energy and attention has been out there on the allotment plot, which has just done phenomenally this year. That's a hard word to say, phenomenally. So yeah, it's been a bit neglected. It's just feeling a little bit messy, a little bit sort of underwhelming, a little bit flat, and nothing's really growing that well. I do still have a couple of cucumbers. I've got one here and I've got one here. The one over there, as you can see, very sadly, he has disappeared completely from his little area, so he's been eaten. Some of my tomato plants are very tiny still, which is a little bit unusual, and then some of them are getting quite big, but the structure that I've used to grow them hasn't really worked. I'm not sure if a string is a good enough idea, or maybe the way I did it wasn't quite right. So what I might do is loop this. So terrible with knots and stuff. There's no girl guides as well, and I just cannot knot anything. I guess knots are just not my speciality. Ah, snapping. Okay, and then what I might do is peg that into the ground, because he keeps coming up. So if I peg him into the ground, tighten him, and now you can sort of wrap around him. I'm determined to make this work, guys. Right, like that. So I think what it probably needs is a good old tidy up, a good old feed and a drink, and then probably some more wood chip. And I did see some more wood chip at the front, so I'm going to go and grab a wheelbarrow of wood chip. That took me ages. I don't know if I'm just getting less fit or if that was genuinely really heavy wood chip, but I'm knackered. So all of these pathways down here, you can probably see because it's coming up a bit now, have got the blue ground sheets under them, right? This bit down here, I just put cardboard down, and look at the amount of weeds that are coming up through it. So I know it's more eco-friendly, and I know it's really good for the environment and stuff, but the weeds just come through, and this is my new bit. And look, there's absolutely no weeds at all. Do you ever feel conflicted about this stuff? Because like, I want to do what's right for the environment. I want to be as eco-friendly as possible, but it causes so many more, like so much more work when you do it the right way sometimes. Like, you just wish that you could find a way that's eco-friendly and environmentally friendly, but also actually blooming works. So if you have any pathway ideas that's both eco-friendly, environmentally friendly, but also blooming works, because the cardboard, it just doesn't, please let me know, because I'm all ears. Right, let's sort out this polytunnel. There's a bee in there. I think I might have to help the bee out. I can't leave him in there. Right, watch me try to help nature and nature attack me for doing it. Hello, I mean no harm. I'm here to help thee. Now, you need to come this way. And this way. We'll try again with a longer stick. Right. Just continue. If we just continue that way, sir. No, you're panicking. You're panicking. Stop panicking! If you just come this way, towards me. Yes, towards me. Oh, well done, Mr. B, yes! 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 Smart bee, well done. Right, your turn. You just come this way, sir. Excuse me, sir. Yes, sit on it, sit on it. Oh my God, bee, I just want you to sit on me, come on. I can't leave him, I just can't. I don't know what to do, I don't know how to get him out. I keep calling him sir, you're probably laughing, but it stops me being afraid of him when I call him sir. Right, we're going to try this one more time. I've done my bit for nature then. Right. This bloody way. No. Climb on it then. I'm trapping in that. I'm going to get stung by a bee today. Now get out. Did I do it? Did I do it? I did it. I did it. I rescued 2 bees today, and that's my bit done for nature. Boom. Right, Polytunnel is definitely looking a little bit nicer now, and I've still got some pots thrown about. Actually, let me just, as I was saying, Polytunnel looks a lot better now. So I've weeded it, I've fed everything, and I've updated the pathway in the middle. I think it's looking good. I think I need to harvest this kohlrabi today because he's just too big and he's fallen over. I like harvesting these things because they're really fun and big and impressive. They're exciting, you know? You just pull the whole thing up, give it a shake. We'll go and inspect it. Oh God, no, the tomato! Leave him alone, mate. Done nothing to you. Look what you've done. Oh, why are all the crops all fighting with each other today? This is not cool. Get this off of him. There he is, Mr. Kohlrabi. Yeah, it's a bit squished in, but I think he'll probably be all right. That's the bit you eat, the bulb. He's a little bit squished because I left him a long time. You see there he's got like a bit of a dent, but I actually think he's going to be okay. He looks quite healthy to me, so I'll definitely eat that. I mean, I'll eat anything right now, I'm starving. Right, there he is. There's my little tiny kohlrabi. You see how big it was and how little I've made it, because this is the bit I like to eat, this bulb bit. I know you can probably eat the leaves as well, but I tried them and I don't really like them. So I'm just going to stick with eating the bulb, and I do need to sow some more of these, so I think you can sow them now, ready for an autumn crop. So I'm going to get home and start sowing these. I hope you've enjoyed my vlog today. Apologies for the power tools coming on, it's that time of year. If you did enjoy my vlog, do subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out Readly, the online magazine subscription app. Let me know your thoughts on it, and don't forget my discount code down below in my description bar. I'll see you in my next vlog, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.